Hello everyone, welcome to today's session. This is your Master Teacher Surabhi Gupta from Vedantu. How are you all doing today? आज हम लोग आपका chapter Devotional Paths to the Divine that's what we are going to start with. So welcome to today's session, guys. You know me, I'm your social studies educator Surabhi Gupta. I have done my bachelor's from Lady Shri Ram College, my master's from Jawaharlal Nehru University, and this is my third year of teaching at Vedantu. So welcome to today's session. Do not forget to give a thumbs up to this video turant hi. Subscribe to the channel of Young Wonders and share this video with your friends. All right, welcome guys, welcome. How many of you are here and you guys have already done this chapter in your school? Hi Raghav, hi Jayashree, hello. Chalo, और अब quickly call your friends also for today's session because as I said, it's a very important chapter. Give me a yo in the chat box or in the comment section अगर आपने ये chapter शुरू कर लिया है अपने स्कूल में तो. Starting. Hi Suhani. Hi Pavani. Hi Shanvi. Why are you not doing study with me? Learn with Vaishnavi. Study with me में कैसे करेंगे हम? Syllabus तो खत्म हो जाए. For other teachers, they have completed the syllabus. Hi Jaspal. Hello Sia. All right, lots of views. So welcome guys. Now Telegram pe I know I have not connected with all of you. So I will actually be live tomorrow on my own Telegram channel Social Studies with Surabhi. तो अगर join नहीं किया join कर लो, नहीं तो Young Wonders पे भी मैं सोच रही हूँ live जाऊँ. बताना कौन सा time suit करेगा and then we can go live. But उससे पहले guys, if you remember, we did understanding media in the last session. अगर I hope all of you have watched that. Oh, what? Just a second. हाँ. Oh, for. Guys, can you hear me? Yes? Okay, sorry. I think I was kicked out of OBS for a little while. So welcome. Ma'am, it's and you are looking nice. Thank you, face on. Thank you. Hi, Jaspal. Alright, so in the last session we did understanding media. अगर आपने वो वाला video नहीं देखा, please watch it. It's a very interesting chapter in which I had given you some homework questions to do. So these are your answers and let's look at the homework superstars of the day. We have BTS Army girl Pragya, Jigna Rupeli who's only said amazing session but answer दिया है आपने बच्चा, answer दो. Then you have Shavani, Sanjeev Jain, Harini Venkat, Jagadu Crafter, Sia, Anand and Neeraj. So very good guys, very good. Congratulations to all of you who are in the homework superstar list. अगर आप चाहते हो कि आपका नाम भी यहाँ आए तो very sincerely every time we finish the session मैं आपको homework questions देती हूँ. Make sure that you do those homework questions in the comment section below. Ma'am, tomorrow is my history class when people rebel. 8th standard का बच्चा यहाँ आ गया है तो वैष्णवी वो तो कर रखा है ना हमने चैप्टर, देख लो उसका वीडियो. इजी क्वेश्चंस, इजी चैप्टर. आई थिंक वी आल्सो डन टॉप 5 इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस ऑफ दैट चैप्टर, so you can look at that. Topper of the class. Okay, Raghav. चलो, let us begin. Before that, I have a riddle for all of you. जल्दी से आंसर दे दो. What has to be broken before you can use it? So sweet, Pawan. I wish that was true. What has to be broken before you can use it? And कोई भी जवाब नहीं दे रहा है. हाँ सिया बिल्कुल सही. Silence. Eggs is the correct. Silence को break करोगे तो how will you use it? It's eggs. Chalo, let's start with the chapter, the Devotional Paths to the Divine. अब लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड द टाइटल ऑफ द चैप्टर, क्योंकि काफी ज्यादा अलग, इट्स अ वेरी डिफरेंट चैप्टर टू द रेस्ट ऑफ द चैप्टर्स दैट वी हैव डन टिल नाउ, है ना. Till now we have looked at the rise and fall of different kingdoms, of different empires. We've also looked a little bit about the architecture वगैरह वगैरह. अब हम लोग ट्राइबल्स के बारे में पढ़ा. अब हम लोग पढ़ेंगे कि what are different paths, devotional paths मतलब different paths to reach the divine. Divine मतलब someone that you consider as God, someone that you consider above yourself. Divine है ना, मतलब एक तरीके की ऊपरी शक्ति, you know, a power that is above you. So if you want to reach that power, if you want to reach salvation, moksha जिसको बोलते हैं, है ना, how do you reach that? What are the different paths that people took in the medieval times? And why are we talking about it? वो भी हम लोग पढ़ेंगे, ठीक है. अच्छा, it can be coconut also. Yes, face on coconut. Thank you. So guys, we see that with the development, you know, in the medieval times, we see the development of new towns, trade and empires, and along with these emergence of new towns, trade and empires, new ideas also developed. What kind of ideas? One, that not all human beings are equal at birth. मतलब पैदा होते ही, as soon as we are born, all of us are not equal. Some people are born in upper caste families, noble families, rich families. Some kids are born in poor families, in lower caste families, which is true actually. I mean, अगर सोचो कि हाँ, all of us are not born equal. But anyways, उस टाइम क्या था? The idea was that if you are born in a higher caste or a noble family, then you will get certain social privileges. Because you are born in that family, you are more equal, right? So कुछ social privileges मिलेंगे. For example, you will be able to get a good job, you will be able to enter a temple. If you're born in a lower caste family, then you will be treated as an untouchable. You will have to do the dirty work of society. So this idea kind of came up during that time, right? We also see there was another belief that was prevalent, and that was the belief of karma. I'm sure you must have heard of this term karma. Like if someone does something bad to you, like uske saath bhi karma hoga. What does that mean? It means that if you are doing a good deed, you will be born as a human being in Ambani's family in the next janam. But if you are doing bad deeds in this life, you will be born as a cockroach in the next life. Right? So all living things pass through a countless cycle of birth and rebirth, performing good deeds and bad deeds. है ना? That is what people believe in. क्या बस इस cycle में है of birth, rebirth, birth, rebirth. Then there was also a belief that was coming up, and these are different people believing in different things. एक और belief आने लगा, which was the idea of the supreme God. Very interesting belief, जिसको हम लोग भक्ति भी बोलते हैं. That's what we're going to be looking at in this chapter. So पहले क्या होता था? People used to think यार to reach God, you have to know the Vedas, you have to know all the scriptures. And who knows the Vedas and the scriptures? It is the Brahmins. So only Brahmins can reach God. And to reach God, you have to go through the Brahmins. Matlab, only they can help you reach God. But the idea of supreme God or the idea of bhakti said that no, that is not true. You do not need Vedas or scriptures or Brahmins to reach God. Right? You can love God with all your heart. You can show devotion to this supreme God and you will be able to reach God. You don't need to know the scriptures and Vedas. Right? Even Buddhists and Jainas accepted this belief. They said, for example, that if you want to break the cycle of birth and rebirth and birth and rebirth, it's such a difficult cycle. Na? If you want to break this cycle, if you want to overcome differences in society, you can do so through personal effort. What personal effort? We'll do that later. But they meant ki yaar, you know, leave the house, leave all the luxuries of society, leave your laptop, your phone, your school, your family, go into the jungle, meditate, show your love and devotion to this supreme God and, you know, meditate and find enlightenment and you will be able to get moksha. Like Buddha ji got moksha, salvation. He will no longer be reborn, you know, in the world. He's gotten salvation. He's in heaven now. Right? We also saw that certain gods started being worshipped through elaborate rituals like Shiva, Vishnu and Durga. Right? Now let's start with, so the bhakti movement actually started from South India, so that is where we are going to start from, right? So a new kind of bhakti started in South India between the 7th and the 9th century. The first kind of bhakti saints that came up were the Nayanas. Nayanas matlab, imagine, eyes, because Shiva, if you know, has a third eye here, right? So Nayanar, saints devoted to Lord Shiva. And then you have Alvars, saints devoted to Lord Vishnu. So Nayanar is Shiva and Alvar is Vishnu, right? Now, who followed the Nayanars and Alvars? Both Nayanars and Alvars believed that, you can reach God if you love God with all your heart. So Nayanars are saying if you love Shiva with all your heart, you will reach God. Alvars are saying if you love Vishnu with all your heart, you will reach God. That is the path to salvation. However, detested to the however, they said that you need not, they did not agree with Buddhists and Jains that you need to leave your house and everything and go into the jungle. They said, no, that is not important. We don't need to be so strict. Just that love and devotion is enough. They also believed in the ideals that was written in Sangam literature. Sangam literature kya hai? Again, 6th standard history. It is the oldest book that was written in the Tamil language. तो ये तमिल लैंग्वेज में बहुत सारी हीरोइज्म की स्टोरीज होती थी कि हनुमान जी वन डे ही हेल्प्ड दिस पर्सन, दिस गॉड हेल्प दैट पर्सन. सो दीज हीरोइज्म के जो वैल्यूज है, दैट इज व्हाट द अल्वर्स एंड नायनर्स टॉक्ड अबाउट. Now, Alvars and Nayanars also got pretty famous because they said that it does not matter what caste you belong to, you can pray to God and reach salvation. Right? For example, and that is how a lot of untouchable castes such as the Pullayyar and the Panar got attracted to Nayanars and Alvars and decided to follow that sect. Which type of Varna are you? Kyo? Alright. Chalo. Now, Nayanars and Alvars would go from one place to another and they would show their devotion by singing songs, by, making unique poems and praise their God. Now, let's talk about the next part, philosophy and bhakti. Philosophy क्या होता है? For example, philosophy is a school of thought. मतलब जैसे होता है ना कि for example, my philosophy is that you should not take a lot of stress in life and you should relax and chill and just earn money, help others and live a happy life. That is my philosophy, like my school of thought. So during that time, I'm sure all of us have certain philosophies that we live by, है ना? कुछ होता है ना जिंदगी में philosophy की, यार अपना तो ये philosophy की है कि पढ़ाई करो, एक दिन पहले एग्जाम जाओ फिर एग्जाम दो. बट कुछ लोगों की ऐसी फिलॉसफी नहीं होगी. तो फिलॉसफी जो है कुछ भक्ति सेंट्स की भी होने लगी उस टाइम. फॉर एग्जाम्पल शंकरा देवा was born in Kerala in the 8th century and he was a very influential thinker. इन्होंने फिलॉसफी दी of the concept of अद्वैत. अद्वैत क्या होता है? तो गाइस, द्वैत मतलब टू. What does द्वैत mean? Two. अद्वैत मतलब not two, one. So द्वैत means two. Advait means not two, one. So he is saying कि जो आपका आत्मा है, that is your individual soul, and Brahma, that is the universal soul, is one. Right? So he talked about oneness of human soul, that your individual soul or Atma and Brahma or the universal soul, the supreme soul, is one. अब ये supreme soul दिखता कैसे है? How does it look like? It is formless. It does not have any form. Okay? And that is the ultimate reality. So just like you guys are like, ma'am, OP, now you can start saying you are, right? Ultimate reality. So if Shankara Deva was, actually today in the internet era alive, probably he would have been saying that only. Oh, Brahma, you are. That is ultimate reality. You are eating your ice cream, eating your, going to your favorite place is not the ultimate reality, but Brahma, that is the universal soul, is the ultimate reality. Right? He advised people that, listen, if you want to reach that ultimate reality, which everyone wants to, right? He said you have to give your worldly things away. You have to stop caring about your chocolate and your Netflix and your World Cup and everything. And because all of this is Momaya, and follow the path of knowledge. Only then will you get salvation. Right? Now let's talk about Ramanuja, another philosopher. He was born in Tamil Nadu in the 11th century and was influenced by the Alvars. Who are the Alvars? Alvars are people who follow Lord Vishnu. Okay, so he was someone who followed Vishnu. He also gave the concept of Advait. He also followed the concept of Advait. He also said that there is oneness between your individual soul and universal soul, that is Brahma, supreme soul. However, he said that the supreme God is not formless. The supreme God is in the form of Lord Vishnu. So his concept is called Vishisht Advait. Vishisht Advait matlab because this supreme soul has a Vishisht, has a form. And what form does it take? It takes the form of Lord Vishnu. Right? The theory of Vishisht Advaita or qualified oneness, in which he says that even if a soul unites with the supreme soul, when our soul is uniting with the supreme soul, we still have our distinct identity. Don't go too much into it because we are not going to kind of, start being Bhakti saints. No, but in a way he's trying to say that it's not like we become one with God. We are still separate, but we have that peace of being with God. Hai na? So this ideology got spread Bhakti in the northern India. Chalo. Now let's talk about Basavanna's Virashaivism. Shaivism matlab Shiva. So we've talked about, lots of philosophies. Basavanna along with Allamma Prabhu and Akka Mahadevi. So there are three people. Basavamma, Akka Mahadevi and Allamma Prabhu. All three of them began the Virashaiva movement in Karnataka in the 12th century. They fought for equality of all human beings. They said that all human beings should be treated equally. They were against Brahmanical ideas of caste and poor treatment of women. They were also against the idea that Brahmins have some special connection with God. They said, nahi, aisa kuch nahi hai. And women also should be treated properly. They were against religious rituals. They were against the idea that yaar bahut sara rituals karna hai and idol worship. Okay, they were against all of this. Then you have the saints of Maharashtra. So between the guys, you must be noticing that as we go ahead in the chapter, हम timeline के भी आगे पढ़ रहे हैं, है ना? So we started from the 8th century and now we are in the 13th and the 17th century. So between these years, काफी सारे saints आए from Maharashtra. For example, Gyaneshwar, Namdev, Tukaram, Eknath, Sukkabai, Chokla Mela. Right, ये जो भक्ति सेंस है, they kind of मतलब every year they would go to the Vithala temple in Pandharpur. Even today, people who follow these saints, this sect, every year they go to the Vithala temple in Pandharpur to show their devotion to God. So they also rejected all forms of rituals. They also rejected all forms of piety. Piety matlab show off, showing your religion, right? And their discrimination on the basis of caste. They said that हाँ भाई caste के basis पे discrimination नहीं होना चाहिए. They rejected the concept of renouncing the world and preferred to stay with their families and serve fellow human beings. They said they rejected the concept. They said कि यार to reach God ना you don't have to leave the world. Okay, so they are also against Buddhists and Jains. They said that you don't need to renounce the world. You should be in this world. You should help your fellow human beings. That is what bhakti is. Not in running away from, what is happening around you, but sharing the pain of others. Understanding what others are feeling. Right? B quiz bhi aayega. Right? Now, we also, Nath Panthis, we also see that during this time there was Nath Panthis, Siddhas and Yogis. Nath Panthi, Nath Maharaj बोलते हैं, Siddhi Maharaj, Yogi जैसे बाबा रामदेव हो गए, है ना? They are the ones who preached renunciation. Renunciation मतलब they were the ones who said कि नहीं, if you want to reach moksha, if you want to reach God, you need to leave all your worldly things. You need to leave your, everything that you really desire and go to the Himalayas and do yoga and meditate. Right? Only then will you be able to connect with the formless ultimate reality. They also said that it is not easy. You have to train your mind and body. Train your mind and body matlab like your body wants to go and sleep and your mind wants you to go and watch TV. है ना? So you need to control your mind and body. This is for your exams also. Okay, you have to control both of them through yoga asanas, breathing exercises and meditation. They also kind of criticized your orthodox Vedic religion like Hinduism, and said that and they use very simple language to criticize that religion. In the sense, they would say ki ha dekho, if you want to worship God, why are you wasting 10 liters of milk, kind of that kind of a argument they would make, right? Chalo, now let's talk about, now we come to the second part of the chapter, that is Islam and Sufism. Just like in Hinduism, एक counter current आया. Counter current मतलब अभी तक it was all Brahmanism, कि only Brahmins are close to God, and Bhakti movement came as a counter current saying that no, you don't need Brahmins, you can directly reach God. ऐसे ही इस्लाम में, just like Bhakti movement in Hinduism, Islam में we have the Sufi movement that came up. Sufi were Muslim mystics, magicians, वैसा fancy magicians नहीं, who rejected hypocrisy and religion and emphasized love and devotion to God and compassion for fellow human beings. तो जो Sufis है, they were mystics, मतलब people, so people who have a lot of knowledge, उनको देख के लगता है कि हाँ, they know something that we don't know, right? They said कि Islam में there is one God and that is Allah. But the problem is in Islam, there was a lot of rituals that, you have to read Quran this many times, you have to dress this way, you have to eat this way, do that way, lots of, idol worship, vagara, vagara. But Sufi said, no, all of this is not important. If you love God and have compassion for your fellow human beings, you will be able to reach Allah, right? Sufis rejected Sharia, which was the holy law of the Muslims, and they said that you don't have to follow such strict rules. Right? You can seek unity with God just like a lover seeks unity with his beloved. You're like, ma'am, क्या हो रहा है? ये history पढ़ रहे हैं क्या? हाँ. So just like two lovers kind of think कि हाँ, we should be together. Similarly, God can be your lover, in which you think of God as someone that you want to be close to. काफी है उतना. You don't have to follow any law. Sufi also made beautiful poems and music, prose that had fables, anecdotes. Fables matlab story which has a moral. Anecdotes matlab when people talk about their own experiences. Great Sufi saints like Ghazali, Rumi, Sadi, काफी famous है ये. If you Google their sayings, you will be inspired. They gave the world a different perspective. This is also how, you can look at the world, right? Now, they said, in order to reach salvation, you have to train yourself. How? By zikr karna. Zikr karna matlab chanting the name of God. Contemplation, meditation. समा बांधना मतलब गाना गाना. जैसे होता है ना, बहुत से मूवीज में आप देखते हो सूफी सेंट्स जो है गाना गा रहे हैं. There's like this entire समा बंधा हुआ है. राख करना मतलब dancing, not it's the time to disco, ऐसा नहीं, but proper there's a style of dancing ऐसे गोल गोल करके. Discussion of parables, stories, talking about stories, breath control. But all of this has to be done under a master or Peer Baba. ठीक है? Now, for example, today I am a Peer Baba and you are training under me and I am training you. Now, the way I teach you, there's a certain way that I teach you, right? Which is very different from all other teachers. Now, let's say you like the way I teach and you like what I teach and you also become a teacher and continue that. So, what are you doing? You're starting a silsila. Surabhi silsila. And then another student will continue. So, my silsila is continuing. So, genealogies of Sufis were called silsila, where maybe teaching method could be different, but ritual practice instruction would be the same, in generations, right? So, for example, in India, Chishti silsila was one of the most influential silsila, which was started by Khwaja Moinuddin Chishti of Ajmer and then continued by Baba Farid, Dargah of Bandhavas, Dargah of ye sab Bakhtiyar Kaki, Nizamuddin Aulia. This is the Chishti silsila. Okay. Now, Sufi masters sometimes, people would want to meet them, would want to ask them questions. So they would have assemblies in khankas or hospices. And sometimes people would say that Sufi saints had magical powers. But we have a lot of eyewitnesses who say that Sufi saints would have magical powers and they would be able to relieve the illnesses and troubles of others. So when these Sufi saints died, they themselves became so famous, godlike. So when they died, that area would be called a dargah, where people even today go to the dargah and kind of wish for something and pay their respects. ठीक है. Now, new religious movement in the north, just like in South India, North India में भी भक्ति movement kind of spread. For example, Tulsidas was someone who said ki there's nothing wrong with Hinduism, but we need to reform it. So Tulsidas accepted God in the form of Ram, and he composed Ramacharitra in Avadhi so that even the common people can read Ramayana. Surdas was a devotee of Krishna, for example, and he also expressed his love for God through his work like Sursagar, Sura Saravali, and Sahitya Lahiri. Right? Now we're going to talk about two such thinkers. One is Baba Ramdev. One is Kabir, and the other is Guru Nanak Ji. Okay? Achha, before that, even Mirabai was quite famous as a bhakti saint. Even today, the kind of songs that she made for Krishna, the kind of bhajans that she made for Krishna, we continue to sing it. Mirabai was actually a Rajput princess married in a royal family, but she kind of got a lower caste guru. And people in the royal family did not like it, and she would be scoffed on. एक तरीके से उसको वो कर दिया था, बहुत बार poison भी पिलाया था, but she did not die because of her devotion to Lord Krishna, and she composed many bhajans which became popular amongst the people of Rajasthan and Gujarat. ठीक है, चलो. Now let's look at Kabir. Kabir जो है काफी interesting है, because where did I go? हाँ, because Kabir is someone which Hindus will say ये हमारा है, और Muslims will say नहीं ये हमारा है ना. It's a name you will normally see in both Hindu and Muslim families. He was actually, we think, he was born in a Hindu family, brought up in a Muslim or Julahas weavers family, but he rejected both Hinduism and Islam. Right? He wrote many sakhis and pads and dohas, which kind of criticized existing religion, which talked about normal people and everyday life. Right? His teachings rejected major religious traditions. He ridiculed, made fun of Brahmanism and Islam, and the special position, the special preference that is given to the Brahmins. He mostly wrote in Hindi. That was quite simple, but sometimes it would be very cryptic also. I'm sure all of you have read Kabir in Hindi, है ना, literature. And sometimes you're like, क्या लिखा है? कभी-कभी you're like, क्या लिखा है? है ना, तो ऐसा ही था. He believed in the formless supreme God, that we have a supreme God. That supreme God does not have a form. And he said that the only way to reach salvation, the only way to reach, to kind of feel as if to reach moksha is through complete devotion to God. Okay? Alright, now let us look at Baba Guru Nanak Ji. Baba Guru Nanak Ji was born in Talwandi, Pakistan area. For years he travelled, and he found the Dera Baba Nanak in Kartarpur. He was someone who believed that it does not matter what caste you belong to, right? He gave the concept of langar, which is even today so popular. So langar matlab everyone, irrespective of your caste, will come together, cut your vegetables together, cook your food together, and serve others and eat together, right? Eventually, the place where he would preach, where he would give his teachings out, that place came to be known as the Dharamsthal, which later on came to be known as the Gurudwara. Now, before he died in 1539, he appointed his follower, who later on came to be known as Guru Angad, as his successor. Why was he known as Guru Angad? Anga matlab part. He wanted to say, I'm a part of Guru Nanak Ji. So, Guru Angad. Guru Angad brought together his own preachings as well as Guru Nanak Ji's teachings in his own script, which was called Gurmukhi. Later on, all the work was compiled by Guru Arjan in 1604. Right? Not just that, work of Sheikh Farid, who was a Sufi saint, Saint Kabir, Bhagat Namdev, Guru Tegh Bahadur. All of their teachings were properly compiled by Guru Gobind Singh in Guru Granth Sahib. Right? Today, of course, if you have ever gone to Gurudwara, the book that they worship, that all of the Sikhs worship, is called the Guru Granth Sahib. Now, Very अच्छा, this part is something that you will also do in the final chapter of 7th standard, but abhi ke liye just have a general idea कि by the 17th century this town of Ramdaspur developed around the Gurudwara, क्योंकि Gurudwara में you had Guru Nanak ji giving such beautiful preachings. Lots of people from around the country would go seek his blessings, you know, want to live near him. So around the Gurudwara you have the city town of Ramdaspur that developed. Now this town became a self-governing society. मतलब under the Mughal rule, at 17th century we are under the Mughal empire, है ना? You had entirely, you know, एक अपना kingdom emerging. तो Shahjahan got very jealous of this. He's like, एक तो Islamist, they are not Islamic, है ना? एक है they are ruling themselves, they are not under my rule. So in 1606 he ordered the execution of Guru Arjan. If you read that story, it is heartbreaking because the way Guru Arjan is executed, proper torture करके, he's first forced to convert into Islam, which he refuses, and then he is killed. By the 17th century, Guru Gobind Singh realized that to fight against Mughals, we need to come together. मतलब अभी तक it was a religious group, but soon it became a political organization because they organized a Khalsa movement where they also developed the Khalsa Panth. What is the Khalsa Panth? How were they organized? All of that we will do in the next chapter. But he mainly said that we need to come together and fight against the Mughals. Guru Nanak, now what were the teachings of Guru Nanak ji? Guru Nanak ji said that we should worship one God, and it does not matter which caste, creed, or gender that you belong to. He also said that you should not leave your everyday life and go into the jungle. No, he said that only in the pursuit of active life, only if you're living this life, doing your job, going to school, will you be able to get liberated. You have to use the terms Naam, Dan, and Isnan. That is Naam Japna Bhagwan ji ka, है ना, saying the name of God. Kirt karna, daan dena, kirt karna, that is doing charity, you know, using that money that you are earning from honest labor for others. And isnan, band chakna, वही मतलब honest living, helping others, worshipping, ये सब, right? So that is Guru Nanak ji. Thank you, Digvijay Rawat. Please do like Surabhi Ma'am's videos. है ना, I teach very well. So guys, thumbs up दे देना and do share this video if you think that I teach well and you would like your friends also to study from this. So guys, ये वाला normally this map comes in the exam. तो remember कि we started from the 8th 9th century, ठीक है, from south onwards. फिर हम आते हैं 12th 13th century, एकनाथ, तुकुराम, मीराबाई, सूरदास, where are they from? So it's a easy map, but एक बार आपको पढ़ना पड़ेगा, ठीक है. चलो, let us begin with the quiz. Go to www.vquiz.in. Put in the code 227850 and let's start. वाह मैम, मैं नहीं तो कौन वे, मैं भी सुनती हूँ. Even I listen to her Raghav. चलो आ जाओ 227850. Let me also quickly show you how to go to the quiz. Also, people who are watching the channel for the first time, you can also do the quiz. The link is in the description box below. Listen to her rant. Guys, thumbs up दे देना. Thumbs up का option ये है. Ma'am, who did the Muslims know? Where is Qibla direction? आई समझ नहीं आया. यहाँ पर आप दगाओगे लिंक तो आप पहुंच जाओगे वी क्विज पे, ठीक है. जल्दी से आ जाओ. Come quickly. Thank you, Usha. गाइज आ जाओ, अभी कोई भी नहीं है. चलो कम क्विकली. Oh God. 227850. चलो इतने ही बच्चे हैं तो क्या कर सकते हैं. शुरू करते हैं अपना वी क्विज, है ना. क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 इज Ramanuja was born in which state of India? Kerala, West Bengal, Tamil Nadu या आंध्र प्रदेश. गाइज आप www.vquiz.in पे जाइए. वहां पर आपको पूछेगा कोड, तो यू हैव टू पुट इन द कोड 227850. इफ यू हैव नेवर डन दिस क्विज तो आपको लॉग इन करने को बोलेगा, विच इज अ लिटिल लॉन्ग प्रोसेस, बट कर लो जस्ट फॉर वंस. लिंक इज इन द डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स गाइज, इसी वीडियो के डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में लिंक है. क्लिक हियर टू जॉइन वी क्विज. अभी मैंने आपको दिखाया अभी था ना. हाय अलीना. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन is Allamma Prabhu was the companion of Ramanuja, Basavanna, Kabir या शंकरा. उन्होंने वीराशैविज्म मूवमेंट शुरू किया था, अल्लमा प्रभु ने किसके साथ किया था? हाय यशस्वी, कम ज्वाइन. वाह, द आंसर इज शंकरा देवा. ऑलराइट, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन गाइस. एक दो लोग थे, अब एक ही है, मतलब मैं वीक क्विज क्यों ही कर रही हूँ, कोई बात नहीं. विठला इज अ फॉर्म ऑफ शिवा, विष्णु, कबीर और गणेश. टेल मी योर आंसर्स इन द चैट बॉक्स अगर आप ज्वाइन नहीं कर पा रहे हो तो. Vithala is a form of Vishnu. All right, we're going to look at the leaderboard after some time. Nathpanthis, Siddhas and Yogis made devotional religion popular in north, south, east या west. जो योगी है, नथ महाराज है, where do we usually find such people? In which part of the country? Time is up. Guys, the answer is North India. North India. है ना? Question number 5 is Sufis were dash mystics, Hindu, Buddhist, Christian या Muslims? OTP is not coming. ऐसा कैसे? OTP should come. कोई बात नहीं, ऐसा करो बच्चा, आप आफ्टर द वीडियो ट्राई कर लेना. अभी यहाँ पर आंसर दे दो. यस, Muslim mystics is absolutely correct. And right now we only have 3 people. Vedant and Sia have answered correctly. Question number 6 is house of rest for travelers kept by religious order is Fable, Sama, Raks or Hospice. House of rest या कहूँगी a place where the Sufi saints would have assemblies, people would come live there, talk to the Sufi saints. उस एरिया को क्या बोला जाता था? Guys, none of you have answered correctly. Hospice बोला जाता था. It was called a hospice. So we have the leaderboard in front of us. We have Vedant and Sia who have answered correctly. काना हैया तो बस ऐसे 0 points पे आज. क्या ही बोलूं, बहुत ही बुरी अटेंडेंस है गाइस आज की. What is up? Is this time not suitable to you? Please let me know in the comment section कि क्यों है अटेंडेंस कम. Is it the chapter? Is it the timing? Is it आप कहीं और से पढ़ रहे हो? कुछ भी बता दो, ठीक है? So let me know all of that in the comment section below. So that is it for today. These are your homework questions. गुरु नानक जी born कहाँ हुए थे? Genealogies of Sufis को क्या बोला जाता था? Shankara was an advocate of which tradition? ठीक है? So that's it guys. This is a Master Teacher Surabhi signing out. Do let me know in the comment section अगर आपको chapter में मजा आया, समझ आया, and why are you not there in the live classes? What is